Yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Ian and welcome back to another graded card returns video. Today I have the returns finally back from my Versus box opening. So I got all of the foils graded and then a couple of the commons. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to just stay in the same order as how the boxes are. So start off with the Grass Lightning, and we got Faulkner Skarmory as the first card. So this came out at a pristine 10. Very happy for that. Can't really say much else. I knew the centering on these are a little weird, so I mean everything else is perfect on these cards, so very glad to see that. And then I have another one that also got a pristine 10. Next up, we got Bugsy Scizor. I got one in a pristine 10, with the centering being the only 9.5. And then my other Bugsy Scizor also got a Gem Mint 9.5 with 3 9.5s and a 10. The 10 being on the surface, everything else is a 9.5. We got Jasmine Steelix. So we got, I had a couple of these graded, so I have two 10s, both with the centering being at the 9.5, and then I had one 9.5 with two 9.5s and two 10s on it. The 9.5s being on centering and edges. And then one mint 9. This one had some edge wear, or kind of like a edge crease on it a little bit back here. But still a mint 9, 9.5 centering, 8.5 edges, 10 on both corners and surface. And then the last two from this pack are the Bruno Steelix as well. One had two 9.5s and two 10s, and another had three 9.5s and a 10. So good grades for those overall for sure. Got a couple 10s to replace all of the ones I currently have, and I thankfully already had the Bruno Steelix and a 10. So my goal for this is try and get one of each foil in a pristine 10 or higher grade. So so far we're doing pretty good. We got that section knocked out. Next up we have Rocket's Wobbuff. So I had 3 of these graded. 2 of them got 9.5s. This one was 2 9.5s, 2 10s. I may try and resubmit this to see if I can bump it up to a 10. And then we have the 2 9.5s, a 9 and a 10. And then one mint 9 as well. So 10 on surface, 9.5 corners, 9 on centering and edges. Then we got our Rocket's Raikou. The only 2 I submitted pulled pristine 10s, both with the 9.5 being on centering. So very excited for that. And then we have the Suicune. So I had 3 overall, 2 of them pulled 9.5s. This one was 3 9.5s and a 10. This one was 2 9.5s, a 9 and a 10. And then one mint 9 with 9.5 centering, 9 on corners, edges, and 10 on the surface. And then to round them out, we got Entei, who pulled 2 9.5s. One of them was 2 9.5s and a 10. The other was 2 9.5s, a 9 and a 10. So maybe I can try and get the other 2 bumped up. I'll see. And then going into the last set, or last box, we have Priceless Sneasel. This got a black label. I do need to get this re-slabbed though. As you can see, this label is a little off, but nonetheless, got a black label on it. So did really well. I think this is my 5th black label overall. So very excited to see that. And then we'll skip. I had one other Priceless Sneasel that also came out as a 10. Can't really complain about this. I already had a Priceless Sneasel going into this at a 10, so this will be extra trade bait or whatever. And then we have Karen's Umbreon. This one did bump up. Well, this one is higher than the one I currently have at a 10. May try and see if I can get a black label on it. I haven't looked it over close enough to see what the 9.5 on the edge was for, but very glad to get a pristine 10. And then after I managed to, I did buy a PSA 10 Morty's Murkrow to try and like get one graded, and then I pulled the 3 out of the box because I bought the Murkrow before I knew I was buying these boxes. And then I pull 3 Murkrows, and I get 1 Pristine 10, the centering being the 9-5, and then 2 Gem Mint 9-5s, one with 2 9-5s, 2 10s, and the other with 3 9-5s and a 10. So I decided not to go ahead and try and like resubmit getting that other Murkrow graded. I'll probably just get rid of the PSA and then go from there. Next up, we have the Karen Tyranitars. If you've seen the other video, I did pull 4 of these. So 3 out of the 4 came back as pristine 10s. One of them, the 9-5, was on the centering. The other 2 had some edge wear or something on them to bring them down. So I'll take a look at those both more closely and see if they have a shot in bumping to a black label. And then the 9-5 came back with 2 9-5s, 2 10s. So still very, very strong. The highest possible 9-5 you can get without it bumping to a 10. So good grades on that. And then lastly, I did grade the Lance's Charizard. I pulled 2 of them out of my box, and then I already had 1 because I had the whole set already. So 1 came back as a pristine 10. This is the highest graded one currently by BGS. And they only have 4 overall of Lance's Charizard graded, and I have 3 of them right now. And then the other 2 came back as Gem Mint 9-5s. This was 2 9-5s and a 10. Same with this one. They just had different the 9-5s were on different subgrades. And then these are the 2 out of the 3 9-5s currently graded. So yeah, guys, so that does it for that entire graded submission. Always be on the lookout for more graded card returns or box break openings. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or share, or whatever it is you want to do. Take care.